Say cheese.
Am I going on your YouTube?
Yeah. Coming back at you with another episode. Now I'm not as energetic today. I'm rested, but I'm not like as bubbly as I normally am because I didn't work out. It's been a few days since I last worked out, but I still got my energy, so don't worry about it. I thought today it might be a good day to actually hit the internet waves with a little bit of some stoic Phil Kojo, you know what I'm saying? You know, show a little bit of what kind of math you'll be getting into in the program, because I did touch on that in the last episode. The group of apprentices that I work with, we actually bounce back and forth to, you know, we share notes, we share ideas, we share basically notes with each other and give each other updates on what to expect in class, because, you know, I have class on Wednesdays, another apprentice has class on Mondays, two other apprentices have class on Fridays, so we're always going back and forth. I'm like, hey, this is the test that I took, what we saw on the quizzes or what he talked about in class, that's what you can expect. Hey, I've been struggling with this, what do you think about that? You know, boom, 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 boom. Me and a particular apprentice, we've been going back and forth about the math of the AC theory, and instead of texting, I decided to record myself talking through my thoughts and stuff, and then I sent it over to him. So I thought I would share that as a part of this video to, you know, give a little idea of what to expect from a curriculum standpoint. A lot of the stuff that I'm relying on, I'm just kind of shooting from the hip based off of my time with this tutor. And so hopefully, if you're considering jumping into the trades, if you're already in the trades, if you're curious about what to expect from a curriculum standpoint, this will kind of lend you a little bit of an idea of what to expect. And then my usual crew may not be that entertained with this one. They usually expect me to just hop on the video and just, because I tend to do that at work.
Can't read my, no, she can't read my poker face. She's got me like nobody.
I surprise myself with the stuff that I say. My brain is just like, it's like there's a bubble machine of ideas in my head. Bloop, 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 bloop. And then the one that pops is what comes out of my mouth. Blah, 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 blah. It's like sometimes I'll say something and it's like, people are like, what in the world? I don't know.
Been spending most of my life living in the gangster's paradise.
I don't know if I have a squirrel and a hamster wheel in my brain or a bubble machine. I don't know.
I don't know how to explain it. I enjoy what I do. I have fun. Whoop, 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 whoop. Gundam style. Whoop, whoop, Gundam style. Sexy lady. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Originally, I wanted to make a video about watching your mouth on the job site. You gotta watch what you say in the trades, and it's not necessarily family appropriate. It could be flipped in a way that it is, and that's how I plan to do it. I wasn't gonna drop this episode about that, but I'm gonna push that off another week because I got some content from us apprentices going back and forth, so I figured I'd use that. Get a little serious, and then get back to the goofy, kind of go back and forth. A little something, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still the same dude through and through, true blue gangster, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Every now and again, you gotta hit him with something serious, man. Let them know. And I'm with the IBEW and all that, so I gotta prove these things. Next week, I'll post a short video on watch your mouth. That's what I'll title it. Watch your mouth before it's flipped on you, and then you have a career-defining slip up.
I'm working on this RC lab thing for AC theory, and I came across this problem, and I wanted to just send a video real quick because I felt like the last one that I sent was kind of messy, but I feel like this is a good example right here of what I was trying to put together. So check this out real quick.
All right, so you got this question here, you know, with a voltage of 86.6 volts across the resistor, blah, 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 blah. You can read that, right? And 50 volts with the capacitor. What's the total voltage? And, you know, round to the nearest whole number.
So this is kind of what I was talking about as far as like knowing your way around a triangle and how I kind of double and triple check everything. So it said the resistance is 86.6 volts, and then the voltage drop, I'm sorry, the voltage drop is 86.6 volts across a resistor, and the voltage drop across a capacitor is 50 volts. And it's asking for the total, right? And remember what I was saying about a triangle? You got A, B, C, where C is the hypotenuse, and then you got Pythagorean theorem, where it's A squared plus B squared equals C squared, right? And then the other part where you got a triangle, and like you might have like 45 degrees here, and like 45 degrees here, or whatever, but your angles inside the triangle have to total up to 180. So with this particular problem, right, remember when we're creating the triangular relationship, like I guess the voltage triangle, whatever you call it, R is on the bottom, and then with RL circuits last time, the X of L was on this side, but we're dealing with capacitors, so it would be X of C or whatever. Anyways, this is the voltage, so it's the capacitor on this side and resistance down here. And so we've got ER, so we've got 86.6 down here, and then we got 50 volts down here, and we're trying to figure out what ET is, right? And then also the thing about these relationships, A, B, and C, is the hypotenuse is always the longest side of it, right? So we're just plugging all this in. This comes out to, hold on. You don't have to do it the way that I'm doing. I'm just kind of breaking it down as far as like how I think in my head, but I skip steps. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You know, we're calling this A right here. We're calling this B up here. And then remember, we're like rearranging this around. So C equals the square root of A squared plus B squared, which is just, you know, square root of 86.6 squared plus, which is volts, plus that squared. And I calculated it out already. Oh yeah, I got it on this side. Came out to 100 right here. Came out to 100 volts, which means this triangle, the hypotenuse is 100 volts. So now, if I'm taking Andy's test, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, so this relationship right here is the longest length compared to the other two sides. So that's the first check. But Andy's tricky, so I gotta like check it on another level. So I'm kind of not really sure. So then I go to this phase and I'm like, okay, well, we've got a 90 degree here, but what is this angle? So now I'm going to this step where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to figure out which, you know, what sides, make sure that what I've got completes a total of 180 on the inside. So then I'm gonna go to my trig functions, and I'm gonna go to, from this angle, which remember I said is like the eyeball or whatever, I'm gonna go with cosine. But you gotta do the inverse since we don't know what this angle is. So I'm gonna go the inverse of theta with cosine, which is adjacent over hypotenuse. And so I did that with this, and this angle turned out to be 30 degrees right here. So that means this angle is 30 degrees on the inside. So I'm like, okay, well, if I got 30 here and I got 90 here, then that means this has to be 60, right? So then I did the same thing on this side with my eyeball looking down. So I said, okay, well, what's the inverse cosine of adjacent over hypotenuse? So 50 over 100. And when I did my calculations, the cosine, this theta over here, you can call it theta 2 or whatever, I'm gonna call it theta 1. This came out to be 60 right here, degrees, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, so I got 30 degrees here, I got 60 degrees here, that completes it. So that lets me know I did this the right way and by getting 100. So that's gonna be my answer. So I'm gonna plug it in. For some reason my video cut off as I was entering the answer, but there you go. Just typed in 100 volts and came through correct. Just a way of just answering the question, but double checking, yeah, triple, quadruple checking, whatever. Yeah, so there you go. Hope it helps. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Here comes the hammer. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Here comes the hammer. Do the hot chop, do the hot chop. Uh-oh.